Michigan State beat Mississippi State in round one. Yet another tournament win for their legendary coach, Tom Izzo. Yeah. So let's spin it to the NFL. Grab the cap of the coach you always hesitate to pick against.
All right.
This one goes personal. It goes football. I mean, last year, I didn't have the Rams making the playoffs, and I didn't sleep the night before, and no one thought the Rams would make it. I can't pick against McVay. I can't pick against McVay, not only because of my personal relationship with McVay, but because McVay, every time anyone wants to pick against the Rams, they go and they do the thing. I think that this guy and this team right there, they're going through another big transition now, and Aaron Donald, who's their greatest player that McVay's ever had, has now ridden off into the sunset. And I think a lot of people will be tempted to say, I trust the Rams, but can I put the Rams in the playoffs without Aaron Donald on defense? And that's where I'm at right now. The NFC is going to be loaded this year, and I don't know if I could put the Rams in the playoffs. You better believe I am hesitant to pick against them. They always seem to show up when it matters most. I'm going L.A. Rams, Sean McVay. He's the Tom Izzo here, where on paper it doesn't make sense, and yet I look at the bracket, just pick Michigan State.
I think it's a good pick. And Jason, you're up. I think it's a hard question.
It is.
I'm looking at the hats, and I'm like, I
just
don't
see never, just hesitant.
I know, but like, I don't see a lot of them that I'm hesitant. Like, who are the locks? What do you got, Jason? I'm fascinated by this.
I'm not going to go with a lock, but give me the Lions hat. And it may not be a lock.
Good.
Did you see what they just did in the title game? They had a massive lead. They blew it. I'm not afraid at all.
When you're looking at a coach and you're just like, sometimes it's just something you like. Something you like about a coach is what an image. Oilers jersey, Lions hat. You see, and you just, it's hard and you're hesitant to pick it against this coach because Dan Campbell, his introductory, is biting kneecaps and all these things. And then you look at the success, the way he's turned his team around, the things he says in the locker room after the game, you just fall in love with Dan Campbell as a head coach, that when they come up, although they may fall short at times, you're hesitant because you want to root for them, so you don't want to pick against them. So I'm rolling with the Lions and Dan Campbell on this one. Kyle, you said you're hesitant to pick a hat. Who you're rolling with?
Well, listen, I could put on the Chiefs hat.
Yeah, you just
He's working through it right now.
What are we doing? I'm not picking the Cowboys. I'm not picking the Bills. I can't pick the Packers yet. I can't pick the Ravens right now. Like, these are all... Peter, this is bad TV too. I'm going with the same damn hat.
No, you're not.
Different LA hat I thought I saw your eyes on.
Good call.
You've been talking to them all season, and I thought, man.
He has been. You showed a lot of love.
The reason I reached for the Rams hat, and I've been saying this lately, and I keep saying, I think McVay's the best coach in football. I think he is the #1 coach in football. Andy Reid, due respect, everything. What McVay did this year was awesome.
Hesitant to pick against, right?
This psycho is coming. And you know what? We spent a lot of time, Colleen mentioned this earlier in the show, Peter's last show here in New York City with Good Morning Football, and Peter was so in on Mahomes when no one was in on Mahomes other than the Chiefs. I am so in on Harbaugh. And I know I'm not the only one. I'm far from it. But I'm not just saying, yeah, they're going to be competitive. I'm not just saying they may be in contention at the end. I think this is an 11-win team this year in year one. I know they got rid of their entire wide receiver room. I know it's a total good. They should have got rid of more. Have you watched the Chargers over the last 5 years? Get rid of everything. Keep Herbert, sure. The biggest and best day that they have had in years, honestly, maybe decades, is the day that they hired Jim Harbaugh to be their head coach. I know they've had some great teams in the last 10, 15 years. Have they? Disposable, no real substance at the end of the season. This guy is... Listen, I think he's going to be in the conversation. I think maybe the two best coaches in the NFL in the next few years are going to be in the same city. Yeah. And it's Harbaugh and it's McVay. And it is, I could not be more all in on Jim Harbaugh. It's the Chargers and Harbaugh.
I'm so excited about the Chargers. They just have something now that you can really get behind and be excited about. All right, how about my hat? I feel like you already know where I'm going to go, so just, yeah.
Did you know Colleen Wolfe was from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania?
Well, the reason is because this is the only hat that I will actually put on. Notice that I did not put on the Chiefs hat before. You could call me Jeremiah Trotter if you want. You could call me Kylie Kelsey if you want. But here we go. This is not totally about Nick Sirianni because it really is an Andy Reid situation. And every single week when I go to do my game picks, I'm like, I don't want to keep picking the Chiefs and Andy Reid, but like I do. But with the Eagles, it's actually true because I don't want to have to deal with my family. I don't want to have to deal with like all of my friends ratting on me about picking against the Eagles. Like, it's a lot. I don't like just to keep the peace internally and externally.
There you go.
I got to go with Philly on this. And yeah, by the way, I'm from the Philadelphia region, as Kyle mentioned, and I'm contractually obligated to mention that at least once in every single show.